Yeah, welcome guys. Welcome to 4.3 ordered pair solutions. So today's standard FIF2. Continue on with our function notation and how to use it. So today's we're going to use function notation to determine if an ordered pair is a solution. All right, so let's look at how we can apply ordered pairs. So let's look at this question. So money, an auto mechanic charges $50 per hour. So $50 per hour for labor, and says that it costs $320 for parts to repair your car. So you know those two things, right? $50 per hour costs $320 for parts. Repairs have to be done. He says he would worked 5 hours and will charge you total price of $620. Do you pay him? So first we want to write a function. So total cost is going to be equal to $50 per hour, right? So 50 per hour plus our parts, which is $320, right? That's our parts. So that's how we get started with $320. And to shorthand this equation, instead of writing the words out all the time, we can just write it out. So total cost, we can use cost for hours, right? So C of H, so cost for so many hours. $50 per hour can just be written 50 times H, because 50 times hours will give us the cost. And then we bring down our parts cost, which is $320. So this would be our equation right here for this situation. Okay, and then we're going to look at if he charges you $620 for 5 hours, will you pay him? So our cost $620 equals 50 times, said he worked 5 hours, right? So 5 hours plus 320. Does that make sense? Is that going to come out? So we got 620 equals 50 times 5, 250, plus 320. Does that come out to 620? Right? So 250 plus 320. Does that make sense? 570? Wait, that's not equal. Right? So he's charging you $620, but according to our equation, it only costs $570 to do the repair. So he's charging you $50 extra right there. So do you pay him for that? Would you pay him extra? No, I wouldn't, right? So that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That's no solution. It's not a solution. It does not work. If he charges you 620, he should have worked 6 hours, right? Then you only got 620. Well, he only worked 5 hours. That's the first part. Okay, next part. Okay, what if he worked 10 hours and charged $870? So this is just like an ordered pair, right? So 10 hours costs $870. That's your ordered pair. 7 hours costs $620. That's your ordered pair right there. The first one would be 5 hours is $620, right? And this didn't work, right? So this is not a solution right there because it didn't work. You will find out. Okay, part A. 10 and 870. Does that work? And then we're going to do 7, 620. Same thing. Would you charge? Would you pay him, right? So the cost. So cost is 870 equals 50 times our hours, which is our 10, plus 320. And we're using our equation again, right? And then just a reminder, C of H equals 50H plus 320. And we're just filling in the numbers, right? Cost is 870, hours is 10. And we can figure out, does it come out? So 50 times 10, 500, plus 320, that is $820. Does that work? Right? This is not equal. Not equal. not equal, right? So he's actually charging you more than he actually worked again, right? So he charged you $870, but it only should cost $820. That doesn't make sense. Okay, next one. See if he's legit this time. So 620 equals 50 times 7 plus 320. See, that comes out. 50 times 7, 350 plus 320 is 670 equals, and bring down 620. That is not equal, right? So he's charging us 620, but then he actually worked and it cost 670. So he's charging us less for this one. So he's giving us a break, charges less than what it actually is. So the last one is a good one where we will take the deal. Okay, an ordered pair, xy, is a solution of an equation or function if it makes it true. It also is a point on the graph of the function when we actually graph it out. So is 1, -5 a solution to this function right here? So again, we're given the x, we're given the y, and any function f of x, you treat it like a y. Right? So y equals -3x plus 5, and then we can substitute our numbers. So y was -5, -3 parentheses plus 5, and then our x value is 1. So we substitute that in there. So we get -5 equals, so -3 times 1 is -3 plus 5. -3 plus 5 is +2, which does not equal -5. So this is not equal, not equal. So if they're not equal, that means not a solution. Does not satisfy the equation. Part 2. Next one. 2, -1. Does that match this equation? Right, so again, this is your y, -3x plus 5. So x is 2, y is -1. Let's do different colors. So y, so -1 equals -3, parentheses, plus 5. Our x value is 2, and we're going to see, does it match up? So -3 times 2, -6 plus 5 is going to be -1, and that matches up. That is correct, right? So yes, it satisfies the equation. Okay, so that's all you do. Substitute your order pair, x, y, does it come out equal? That's all you do. Okay, for number 1. Okay, given the equation, f of x equals -8x plus 5. And we're given an x and a y, right? So x, y. I'm going to substitute that in our equation, right? And again, our f of x, we treat it like a y. So we get y equals -8x plus 5. And then we're going to substitute our numbers. So our y was 11, -8. I'm going to put the parentheses there. Now I'm going to substitute the x value, which is a 2, and you calculate that out. So -8 times 2, -16 plus 5. -16 plus 5 is -11. So when you compare it, those are not equal. Not equal, right? So is it a solution? No. Does not satisfy the equation. Okay, number 2. So now we're in what's called standard form when x and y is on the left side. Okay, so what we're going to do is same thing. So we're going to substitute our numbers, right? So we have an x and then we have a y. And we're going to substitute that in there. So you get -3 with the parentheses, 4 parentheses equals 14. And then our x value is 2. Our y value is 5. And we will calculate that out. So -3 times 2, -6. 4 times 5, positive 20. Negative 6 plus 20 is 14, and that matches up, 14, 14. So that is correct. So is it a solution? Yes, because it satisfies the equation. Okay, one more. Okay, now you have this equation. Doesn't matter what it looks like. You have an x and a y, same thing. All right, you have an x, and then you have a y. And we're going to rewrite the equation here. So y minus 4 equals 7. Parentheses x minus 6. And we're going to substitute our x and our y. So our y value is 4. So minus 4 equals 7. Our x value is 5. So we put that in there. 5. Right, so we substitute x, substitute y, and then we're going to calculate that out. So 4 minus 4 on the left is 0. And then on the right side, 5 minus 6, negative 1. 7 times negative 1, negative 7. That is obviously not 0. So those are not equal. So does this satisfy the equation? No, it is not a solution because it does not satisfy the equation. And that's it right there. So they're all similar like that, right? Substitute your x and a y. Does it satisfy the equation? And then you're going to create a problem, a word problem, like the auto mechanic ripping you off, right? So create a problem, it's auto mechanic ripping you off one, and solve it.